Have any of you done a summer internship through North Valley before? Yeah? Okay. So we're going to talk about what this is, okay? So what is an internship? Basically, it is a job that you are earning high school credit for while working during the summer. And it is a job that is aligned with your interests, perhaps your future career interests, and or your North Valley classes, okay? It can be paid or unpaid, but 99.9% of them are paid, and they're paid well from previous years, students who have participated in this program. Last summer, there were 29 North Valley students who did the summer internship program in 22 different businesses. And those 29 students earned $80,000 just over the summer. So we're talking June, July, beginning of August. So these are really good jobs. So who can do an internship? Any student who is taking North Valley classes. If you're in grades 9, 10, 11, you can do an internship. If you're in grade 12, you can still work through North Valley to get one of these jobs. You just wouldn't be able to earn high school credit because obviously you will have already graduated. So the benefit to you is to earn high school credits. The benefit to the business is they receive funds to help pay your wages. So it's a benefit to both the student and the business. So why do an internship? Obviously, the money is one reason. But as I mentioned, you will earn high school credit. You need 23 credits to graduate high school. If you work 75 hours through the course of the entire summer, you'll earn a half credit. If you work 150 or more, you'll earn a full credit towards graduation. Some of you might say, well, I don't need the credits to graduate. I'm on time, I'm on track to graduate, which is great. However, having the ability to list a summer internship on your resume or your college application is a distinct advantage to you. Those are things that a college and or a business would be looking for in the future. So these are things that'd be great to have listed. It could also lead to a cooperative work experience. So for students who are interested in working part of the school day rather than attending school the entire day, this could be a really great way for you to get paired with a potential business that would do that for next school year and do the cooperative work experience. A couple of things to know. The work schedules would be worked out between you and the employer. So if you have other commitments this summer, you have a trip plan with your family, you play baseball, whatever, those are things that you just have to work out with the business. And it would be up to you to provide transportation to the business. So for the Job Shadow program, North Valley does help provide transportation, but for the summer internship, we would not. So you'll need to be able to have your own transportation or work close enough to somewhere that you live where you can get yourself there. So if it seems like 150 hours seems like a lot of time, it really isn't at all. So if you work an 8-hour day, which is a typical work day, right? Times 22 days over the entire summer. So the end of May, depending upon when school is out for you, May, June, July, August. If you were to work 22 days during that time, you're already exceeded the 150 hours, so it's really not that much. What we would like to see you do, obviously, is work throughout the entire summer, but you only have to work 150 hours to get the full credit, okay? So, next steps. Everyone has to complete their resume. Those of you who were North Valley students last year, you did one. Who remembers where their resume is and they have it and they know where it is? A few of you? Okay. If you're new to North Valley, then you will have to do one. We have an example on the website that I can show you. So by next Friday, you have to get that done. And also by next Friday, you need to complete the student interest survey, which is on the North Valley website, and I'll show you that as well. Those are the two things you have to do by next Friday. So do the student interest survey. Even if you know you don't want to do an internship, you still have to fill out the survey because there's a question on there, do you want to do an internship? And you have to do the resume. Well, I'm also going to show you on the North Valley website the prospective summer employee list. There's a lot of great businesses, a lot of great positions that are interested in hiring you guys. Literally every job in the world is somehow related to CTE. And you guys have a great opportunity right here to work here and have good jobs for the summer. Resume help days. So next week, Tuesday and Thursday will be resume help days, where if you have a resume but you have a couple questions on it, you just want a little more input on it, you need to come with your Chromebook during your North Valley class period. We'll have a specific room set aside where everyone in that classroom is looking for help on their resume. You need to come with a draft actually completed though, so don't come with a blank sheet of paper. Like, you need to have it done and you're just looking for a little bit of help, okay? That's Tuesday and Thursday next week. Bring your Chromebook so we can look at it. All of this is leading up to the summer internship fair. This is going to be on Wednesday, April 5th. We have, I'm not sure how many, I just had a couple more businesses today reach out to me, but we have, I don't know, probably close to 20 businesses, with many of them have more than one position, coming here to North Valley on the April 5th to interview you to find a good fit for our summer internship. There are a lot of great jobs that are going to be available. So on that day, you will need to come with 3 copies of your resume, because by then you'll have completed it. You'll need to come with 3 copies printed out. You'll need to be dressed appropriately and ready to be interviewed, because you'll need to visit with at least 2 businesses for a potential internship. And you'll be signing in at each business, so that's how we're going to track to make sure you visited with at least 2. That day when you come, we're going to have a list of all the businesses who are offering summer internships, and then plus the positions they're offering within those businesses. Because some businesses are offering multiple positions. And so what you'll do is you'll look at that list and you'll say, okay, well, I'm interested in something related to agriculture, so I'm going to probably go interview with Walsh County Soil Conservation District and maybe Grzeski Farms or something like that. Or, for example, I'm interested in information technology. I'm going to go interview with Unity Medical Center because they have a position open in their IT department, as well as Polar Communications, or whatever the case may be. So that is happening on April 5th, and what we're doing with the resumes is getting you prepared leading up to that. So what if you have a job already? That's great. That doesn't mean you're not eligible for the summer internship program. If where you're working this summer is already involved in the summer internship program, we'll help make that connection so that you can earn the credit and they can earn the funds to help pay for your wages. If they aren't listed on our summer internship employer list, we'd like to know, because we'd like to reach out to them. This is a fairly new program, so a lot of employers don't know about it, and we want to make sure they do, because it's a benefit to them, right? You can direct, if you talk to your summer employer, you can direct them to the North Valley website, or they can contact me directly, and I can talk to them about it. There is some information on the website which I can show you that is specific to employers. But let's say number 5, student and business complete this. So let's say at the internship fair, you interview with True North Equipment. They want to offer you a summer internship, you're interested. There'll be an internship plan and agreement that you will sign that day, signed by you and the business and your parents and your teacher, to get this lined up, okay? Some businesses may say, we just want to come and interview a bunch of different students and then think about it, and then we're going to reach out to which students we're interested in hiring. But if part of the process is to get that internship plan and agreement signed. Just so you know, if you do a summer internship, every employer is required to fill out a form on each pay period. So if you get paid every other week, the employer will be filling out a form about your work performance. This is to ensure you're meeting all the requirements so that you can earn the credit for graduation. And then you, as a student, will also complete a form at the completion of the summer about what you did, what you learned, what you liked, what you didn't like, and all of those things. This is just a brief list of the businesses that have already expressed interest in summer interns. So back in the fall when we contacted businesses about the Job Shadow program, a lot of them indicated they were interested in, also potentially interested in summer interns. So probably a week and a half ago, I sent out an email to those who had indicated that, and these are the ones that have responded so far, but like I said, I had 2 more reach out to me today. This list is going to continue to change and be added on as businesses get back to us. So some new ones this year: Helm Enterprises, Butler Machinery, the Walsh County Soil Conservation District, Covenant County Memorial Hospital, Rockingham Child Care, and others there, Grafton Floral, the First Care Health Center. Those are new ones, and there's some really great jobs that they're going to be offering this summer, so we want you guys to be able to take advantage of those. So any questions on that part before I show you the information on the website? No? Okay. So on North Valley's website, this is the home page of the website, right? If you go under services, you'll see that there's where you went to go for the job shadow program. This is where you'll go for the summer internship program. And it pulls it up right here. So the first two bullets are related to employers. Employers that are interested employees will fill that out. They'll read the information and fill out their own survey. The third bullet is that sample student resume. So you can literally, if you don't have a resume, you can literally follow this exactly to draft your own resume. That 2023 student interest survey, that's the survey I'm talking about that you have to complete by next Friday. And then the last bullet, the prospective summer internship employer list, that is a list of employers that indicated last fall in the job shuttle program that they're interested in summer interns. So I'm going to go through these here quick. This is the student resume sample. This is just a sample, but you can literally follow this just like this, but make it to yourself. And make sure you include your address, your phone number, an appropriate email address that you check. And make sure it's an email address that you check enough in case someone contacts you that way. For your objective, it could be as simple as to obtain a summer internship in a field related to my North Valley classes or something like that, okay? Your education, you're going to include your high school, your anticipated graduation date, but then also make sure you include North Valley. A lot of students forget to do this, but the skills you're learning here are extremely employable, so you want to make sure that you include that on your resume. What sort of classes you've taken, what you're taking now, and all of that. This one here even has their commercial driver's license that they earned, their CNA certification, all of those things that you have learned or taken in terms of courses here at North Valley. Then under skills, these are like, if you were an employer, and what sort of skills would you want your employee to have? Are you dependable? Are you a quick learner? Can you work independently? Those are the types of things that you want to include on your underneath skills. And then the bottom half here is your work experience. So any previous jobs you have had or have now, if you're employed now, you want to include that there. So in this case, it's the example of Schumacher and Sons. You want to include your employment dates, what your job title is there, and then a few 2 to 3 bullet points about what were your job tasks, what are the things you do as part of that job. Then under the extracurricular and leadership activities, this is where you include other things. So like this example has a Grafton FFA chapter, if you're in DECA, if you've gone to the district leadership, if you are in band or choir or academic Olympics or any of those types of things, any sort of school-related athletics, anything like that that you're involved in, you want to note that underneath that category there. Then we included work-based learning, so this would be your job shadows. Not only the one you did this year in the school year, but any you've done in previous years as well. It's a good way for employers to see where you've had interest in and what you've experienced. And if you've had a summer internship before, you're going to want to include that there as well. And then last thing is your references. So these are people that know you, who could speak to your character, could basically give you a glowing review if someone were to ask you, what's this student like? So, but it can't be your mom or your dad or your grandma, people that aren't related to you. So a teacher, a coach, an advisor, a counselor, the principal, any of those types of people, a previous employer, or anyone that you think could speak kindly about you and your work ethic. So you need to ask those people ahead of time if they can, if they're okay with you putting them on their reference list, because you don't want an employer calling Mrs. Zaradka about a reference for you and you didn't ask Mrs. Zaradka if she was okay being on your reference list, okay? If you know there are people that are going to speak highly of you, they're going to say yes to being on your reference list. And this is a skill you're going to do over and over in your life. You're always going to be updating your references on your resume. So asking these questions of someone is an important part of life, really important skill. So any questions on the resume? Simple enough. I mean, you can just follow along with this example, right? Okay, and I think I mentioned you're going to be graded on your resume. Like, you have to get it completed and it has to meet these categories, have this information on it, okay? Then I wanted to show, this is the list of prospective employers for the summer internship. The blue column is sorted alphabetically by company name. The green one is sorted by city. These are people who last fall, when filling out the survey for the job shadow program, indicated they probably would take a summer intern. Again, not everybody has filled out the survey yet, but this is likely some of the folks who will be interested in summer interns. And as you can see, there's quite a few of them. And then I want to quickly show you the survey. So, as I said, you have to do your resume and you have to answer the survey by next Friday. And this is, we'll just roll through this real quick. The top has some information about the program, what the next steps are basically, including the internship fair, and if you are going to do an internship, when you have to have your information and your documentation in. But the survey is your name, your birth date. The birth date is on there because some of the businesses have a minimum age requirement for you to operate certain machinery, so that's something we need to make sure we include. Where you attend high school, what grade you're in, whether or not you already have summer employment lined up. If you're interested in summer internship, again, if you're planning to work this summer, I don't know why you wouldn't be. These are great jobs, and they're good paying jobs. Then, if you're in grade 12, if you'd like help lining up some employment, like I said, if you're a senior, we can certainly still connect you with an employer. You just can't earn the high school credit because you won't need it because you'll have graduated. And then obviously your address, cell number. If you do have a summer job lined up, what is the business name and that your supervisor's name. Then number 12 is areas, courses that you've taken. Number 13 is potential businesses that you may be interested in doing a summer internship at. So you can reference that list on the website, or if there's some other place that you're already working, list that, or that you are potentially interested in that isn't on that list, you could also list that as well. And then number 14 and 15, I realize are hard to answer right now because it's March, but this would be, when are you available in the summer? If you know, well, Tuesdays, I'm always helping my dad with something, so I can't on Tuesdays. Well, then on Tuesday you'd put not available, but on Mondays you're available between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. or whatever. Just go through each day of the week and list when you potentially would be available. This is helpful for us as well as the businesses to know what commitments you have. Number 15 is if you have summer activities. So, like I said, if you're in baseball or you have a trip planned with your family, mark those dates down so that everyone is aware of those potential conflicts. Then 16 is about what wage you would be interested in accepting. And then the last one is your employment history. You can just pull this right off your resume. Where have you worked? Putting your most recent first and the last 3 places you have worked. So, any questions on that? Pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so when do you have to have your resume done? Next Friday. Next Friday. When do you have to have the student interest survey done? next Friday. What if you're not interested in doing a summer internship? Do you still do the survey? Yes, okay. When are the resume help days? Next Tuesday and Thursday, right? But you have to come with the draft so that we can work from that if you have questions, because you will be graded on that. So it needs to be your work, not anyone else's. Any other questions? We just really hope you guys take advantage of this. It's a great opportunity. We have businesses all across Welsh and Pembina counties who are interested in hiring, even a couple of Grand Forks counties. So we really hope you guys take advantage of this. Okay? Thank you.